Life call is solar switching. No.
This is long. All right, so we are welcome from the breakout session. All right, our online participants, you're welcome back. We just went out for a brief breakout session, so we are moving deeper. I remember the other guy, you're saying go deeper. We're about to go deeper. So before we proceed, I would like two people to just tell me one thing that you know that you picked from the previous session, that you know that this thing, I won't forget it. Something that stood out for you. Just two people tell me one thing that you picked from the previous session that stood out for you. All right, so I'll point. Our sister from Damatru. Oh, you hope you were following online when you were coming. Who is Daniel? Daniel Oti. Okay, it's you. Oh, yeah. You are one of the people. I keep seeing your name, and so I love your activeness. So tell us just one thing that stood out for you from the previous session.
It's that part of aligning your font.
Mm.
I really love that part. I'll never forget. The way you asked, there's something that I will never forget.
Yes, something that stood out.
I think
Okay, so we'll not see
yes.
your font this side. There's a way some people are designing. Some will be center aligned, some will shift like this, some will shift, and they are not aligned. So that's a good one. So the last person, who should I point? Who is Marker? Is it Mark? Mark. Or you not come today? Okay, the other guy, I remember yesterday. So you that you're sitting in a seat of yesterday. Tell us. Just one thing. Show you in the class. Yes.
In French?
Even in Spanish. Anyone.
Is the Spanish guy? I mean, like the French guy.
Just tell us. Just tell us. Anything at all. Anything that stood out for you the most. Yes, anything. Or you not understand me? I said you should tell us one thing that you picked from the previous session. One thing that stood out for you. Okay. Me, I don't know how to speak Spanish. Oh. Maybe our team lead will speak Spanish for him later. Okay, just tell us you.
One thing I pick is avoid using too many fonts.
Yeah, yeah. That's also
version. I think it's also okay for you to copy with us. So I open Adobe Photoshop. This is 2026, right? So right before, this is the interface, okay? Interface. And then this very particular interface is not open file. Like we do not open a single file, right? We're going to create a file, and then the kind of file we will create is what? Is a Photoshop file. The extension is what? .psd. So right before, just as I said, real quick with me, here are some menus, right? Can you see it right here? After what? This very particular thing. Then here is where we click on to what? Create a new file. And this way, if we have a saved document, or rather a saved a Photoshop document, we can use it, locate where it is, and then open it. This very particular thing is where like a return home, right? Where to click on and then return back to home. So just as I said, I already wiped out stuff there. If not, this place, like it used to showcase all the recent file, right? You see it right here. So real quick with me, I think we are done with the color theory, and then we're able to know the differences between CMYK and then RGB, right? So I'll hit on this very particular new file. Please follow along. Follow along. Cool. Now click on this new file. So right from you just see something like that. This very particular. We're together, right? So real quick with me, you will see saved photo, print, art and stuff like that, right? So all these things are preset, okay? They are preset. They are there to guide, like we have some sizes. Now, if for instance, I click on this very particular thing, save, if I have some saved work, it will what? It will sort itself here, and then you will see it visible here. Like now under photos, we know we have preset, just as I said, and then all these presets are there like with a default size, okay, for something you want to design, right? You can see this is a default photo, stuff like that, right? You can see it all here. Now, if for instance, you want to design something of A4 size, right? I click on what? This very particular print, right? Look at A4 here. And then the default size is already what? There, right? If I click on it, all the presets details here will update itself, right? According to what? This very particular saved what? Precept, right? Online viewers and all those people that are here, if I'm fast, talk to me so that I will slow down, right? So like the first thing first is what? The name of the file. You can see it there. It's Untitled 1, right? Untitled 1. So we click on it and then we rename it. I would like to give this one, let's say, Earth, or rather, just Earth most essential tool. Are we together? And now, the next thing is we have a unit of measurement, right? I know we all know this very particular thing. We have pixel, inches, centimeter, and stuff like that, right? So we are coming to when we will go deep into print media, we are coming to that. So the one we are going to use is pixel, right? Because we are dealing with what? With designs here. So that is, you just select pixel, and then the minimum you should start with whenever you want to maybe design anything right? Flyers, or maybe let's say anything design. Start with what? 1500 pixel, right? Don't go below 500 pixels, except if you have what notion of designing, let's say, website avatar, okay, that mostly is having 400 pixels by 400 pixels, all these small favicon for website, right? That's when you will change the size. So, but for now, please, let's go with 2000 by 2000, right? This is the most used and is well maintained. All right, so let's progress. So the orientation, if it is not a square design, now let's say you selected, let's say A4, and you know A4 is a bit long, right? The height, you can change orientation, either portrait or what, or landscape. Now artboard, I will further explain artboard, but not now. Artboard is when you have, like, let's say, multiple pages, you want to work on one file, right? When you check artboard, at the end of the day, you have a different artboard, but I will further explain this very particular one at the course of the training. So resolution is very important, most especially whenever you want to design for print, okay? If you reduce this resolution from 300 downward, if you are talking about real sizing in real world, you will have problem. Are we together? You will have what? Problem. Let's say I design something in A4, but by mistake, I keep this one at 200 or 100. If I go to print, you go and see it like, okay, maybe you go and find out that the whole thing is around this place like that. Are we getting it? Are we getting resolution? So the default standard resolution to use is what? 300. Please, 300. But if you know it's e-flyer something, you can leave it at what? At 150. If it's not a print stuff. I hope we are flowing, right? Perfect. It's also measured in pixel or inches. Just leave it like that, okay? The color mode, where just as I said, if it is not intentional about printing, we leave it at what? RGB. Also, I will leave my bit at what? At 8. Bit is what? Per pixel or per character, right? The normal computer knowledge we have, right? Bit and byte, right? Reading of a single character in computer. Now, my background is also important. If I have maybe a background up here and I want to use it, I can equally change the background right from here. So please, did we observe that this is white? Let's continue. Then my color profile, this one is a bit something advanced. Those people that are using like all modern TVs, you know, colors also have different pixels view. We are coming to that, but you get to know it. So with the whole of this, I don't like, I'm coming. This is supposed to hide. Sorry. Let me hit on create. I don't like this stuff style. I say, like, I don't like mine. Give me some minutes. Just some minute. Fine, right? So now let's continue. Now, this is another interface of Photoshop, but then this very particular one is you have an open file. I hope we understand the differences with what I showed before and then this very particular one. This one we already have what a created file, namely what? 8 most essential tools, right? In Photoshop. So he was explaining something real quick. He's talking about grid, right? We talked about grid the other times. In another way around, you can call it ruler in Photoshop. So you can get this very particular thing. I don't know. Do you have this very particular ruler? You don't have it. So you can easily pop that with Control R on your keyboard. Control R on your keyboard. Are you there?
Yes.
All right. Now you can drag this very particular thing just from anywhere. Just something like that. Can you see? We are there, right? So same thing. To take it out, you just drag it back again. Hope we are there, right? Good. So this is my what? My square. So this very particular black is my what? My workspace. This very particular thing is my what? Is my canvas. Are we together? That's what we are saying before, like during the theoretical aspect. So the first tool is called Move Tool, right? The first tool is called what? The Move Tool, which is what? Very, very important. Now, we are currently active on it. So whenever you hear me saying active, there is, okay, this very particular site, this very particular thing here, can you see it? this very particular thing here, is where the section of tools are, right, in Adobe Photoshop. And then if you look at it very closely, so we have so many of the tools here, right? And then part of the tools, this very particular color is different from the others, right? It's trying to tell you that the move tool is what? Is active. Are we together? The move tool is what? Active. Now, if to say I activate this very particular one, can you see the color has changed? So that is how easily you identify which tool is what? Is active. Coming back to the move tool, if you observe very carefully, we have a little icon here. Can you see it? So this one, if you long press or press and hold, it will explore you to some other category of that very particular tool. Are we together? Now we have the move tool, and we also have what? Another artboard tool. Artboard what? Tool. Now, if for instance you want to, okay, what is artboard? This very particular thing is your canvas, your working space, right? But it is not an artboard. Are we together? An artboard is when you want to create multiple pages, or rather you want to work with documents, right? So that is an artboard. And then when we are creating this file, I did not check artboard. You remember, I already leave it like empty like that. So now if for instance I further click on this very particular thing, and then you can see it has changed, right? I'm now defining a size of what? An artboard, right? If I drag from here, let's say for instance I copy the same size, what can you see? Artboard 1. It has automatically created what? An artboard. And if for instance, let's say I'm designing a book that have what? A back and a front page, right? I can easily click on this very particular one, taking exact shape or size with this very particular one by what? By this size. So that is how I have my page 1 and what? And page 2 as what? As artboard inside Photoshop. So that is just a little bit about artboard. I will press on Ctrl Z to undo my changes. So even when I go further explaining the other tools, I will keep control or like pressing on Ctrl Z to undo my changes. So coming back to this, I have to long press and then I move to this very particular thing. Another quick thing is this. Please, online viewers, even if we are faster, like just as we said, there is complete video on this very particular thing, right? We are dropping it real soon. You can also follow along like on your own gradually and then have access to everything we are doing. So another thing is this. You can use your shortcut key to locate any of these tools that are here, though you can further customize it on your own, not in this class. Okay, so now this very particular move tool, when you press on V, you automatically activate it. It's as simple as that. You can hover on it and wait. Okay, when you hover and wait, you will see all the, can you see it here? It's as simple as that. When you are playing with those things, you get used to this whole thing. Now, move tool is used for what? For moving element on what? On our canvas. If for instance I have this very particular one as an element, this very particular thing, and then let me give it another color, you can see that this is what? A shape, right? And then I should be able to what? Move like this very particular thing with this tool called move tool. So the next tool, did you try it? All right. Okay. So just as I said, I will proceed. I would like to place one image onto our workspace. Let me use this guy. Don't worry about how I place the image. We are coming there. Okay. Let it not be a challenge. So this is an image, right? This is an image I imported onto our what? In our workspace. Now look at it. Move to, I click on it, I activate, right? And now drag, like play along with this whole thing. It's as simple as that. That's what move to does. So I'll just keep it as it is here. Now, real quick with me, the next tool I would like us to focus is the rectangle tool. So just as I said, we are not going to follow them one after the other. It will take much of our time, but at the cost of the exercises, okay, we'll be taking care of those things. Like you will see it real quick, right? And then I trust me, part of all of our recorded session, all of those stuffs that are there, like will allow, like we take time to explain things we did not explain here, okay? So now let's continue. The next tool I would like to use is this very particular tool called rectangle tool. So real quick with me, to locate this very particular tool, rectangle, you can just head over here and then click on it or press U, right, on your keyboard. So can we go there? We are there, right? Now, another thing again, whenever you click on a tool, there is property panel. There are things we call property panel. We're coming to panel as a topic itself, but whenever you click on those things, like we have like the panel, that's to say extensions of characters of the property that that very particular thing has or can do. Okay. Now, most often, immediately you click on it here, this very particular bar, this top bar that is here, it will change. Are we together? Look at it. Move to. Is it the same thing? Look at it. Is it the same thing? No, right? Well, it has changed. Hope we're getting it. So for each and every tool you click here, please, this very particular thing will change. Okay? You explode the other properties. All right, let's proceed. This is active, and then right in here, this is what called a rectangle tool, right? Then let me long press and then let's explore the other options in the category. What can you see? Ellipse, triangle, polygon, star tool, and line tools, right? I hope we're there. So you can select any of these to your what? To your usage, right? You can select any of these to your usage. I will stick to the rectangle. So coming back here, can you see we have shape, part, and then pixel? Please, I'm details explaining this whole thing is because you may be fighting with these things. That is why the first and easier way to understand tools in Photoshop is not to rush. Are we getting it? Like all the early part of this class session is for attention, like you have to pay maximum attention to everything we are doing. Don't be surprised. Someone will ask me a question on Tuesday over this very particular thing just because you did not pay attention. Are we getting it? So now, whenever you click on a rectangle tool, at times, this very particular thing may be checked here as part, not as shape. And you may have different thing. Are we getting it? Or rather, this pixel, you may have what? A different thing. So if it is shape your intention, right? Go and select shape. Are we together? If it is a different thing, go and select what? That very particular thing. Hope we are flowing. Then this very particular next thing is the fill word color. As you can see, it's filled there. They said filled, right? Now, let me explain real quick. A part is just an illustrated endpoint. Meaning, if now I have my word, let me just quickly explain part for us. Let me change it to part. Can you see it? Sorry. Can you see it? Can you see it? Like, this is just a part. What can you observe from there? Like, it's just a container, or rather, it's just like a shape with endpoint, right? From here to here to here to here to here, it formed what? It has formed a square. Are we together? But it's not what? It's not filled with any color. It's just a shape. Are we together? So that is the difference between a part and what? And so literally we have what? A square part. That's this very particular thing here, right? And it's not even an element because this one is mapped out to our background. Okay. Now Control Z to undo, and then come back to this very particular thing. Then change from part to what? To shape. Are we together? Look at it. Part do not have fill property. Are we together? But what? Shape do have what? Fill property. Did you understand the differences? So this very particular thing, I can change my color to green. And so also this very particular thing, I can change the stroke if I want to give it stroke from the initial this thing. So I would like to leave this one as 0. We're not up to that. So you see, I drag from here to here, just like I form rectangle, right? Just from what? Dragging, I form what? A rectangle. And if you look at it very careful, this one, the color is filled. This part is filled with what? Color. And then that is how it becomes a shape. Now, no longer a part. I hope we are getting it. Let me not stretch on one point. I think we are good here. Now, stroke, if you want to add a stroke, I can give it 20 of size, and then the color of the stroke is also here, right? This very particular thing. What is the color of the stroke? Eh? It's black, right? Let's be confident, right? It's black. So I think we progress. Let me remove this stroke. I don't like the stroke for now. Let me just hit on OK and then on enter. So that is it. Now, if for instance I need this very particular thing called ellipse tool, I can come here, click on this very particular one, and then create a cycle. Are we together? One last most important thing I will show you here before we progress is this. You can give it a value, no longer what dragging whole stuff like that, right? And then let me set like an example. Now, for instance, I want to create a perfect cycle, right? A perfect cycle. Is this a cycle? Is this a cycle? Is it a cycle? All right. I'll be asking so many questions in this whole session, right? It's a cycle, right? It's a cycle, but it's not a perfect cycle. Am I right? Am I right? Fine. So now, how do we achieve a perfect cycle? If, for instance, you don't want to drag like that, you understand? And then make sure that you are battling with perfect, like, no, you don't need to do that. Once you activated the cycle tool, you just click a single click like that, right? On any space on your canvas, just a single click. Once you click, you have value. You now give it what? An exact value. Let's say, for instance, I want to change this very particular one, 400 by what? By 400, like that. If I hit on OK, I will create what? A perfect cycle. Are we getting it? So also, if I want a perfect square, instead of dragging from like top to down, no, I don't need to. I'll just give it what? An exact value. You get it? Then I will now have what? A square with equal side. I hope we are good here, right? So we progress. This is the second tool. Last one thing is a costume shape. When you click on costume shape, if you come under this very particular preset, what can you see? You can see so many things here, right? Now, we have a lot of parts like shapes online that are being designed, you understand, by people. I hope we are flowing. So you can download it as a preset, come and upload inside Photoshop. That is why I said these things are what? They are very, very vast. So under this very particular thing, we have wild animal. If you open to this whole thing now, let's click on this one. Sure, you can see it's camel, right? I click on camel. If I want, I will just as the same thing, click on value. You understand? 100 by 100. I'll have my camel here. Now, if I can enlarge, right, to make it big, can you see it? A costume what? Shape in Photoshop. Are we good? Let's not drag or like waste much time here. I think we are good here, right? So that is how we go about creating what? A shape. So now let's progress. The next tool we're going to take care of is the brush tool. Okay, we're going to take care of the brush tool. It's also very, very essential. In fact, I think 90% of our work, whenever it comes to blending, merging multiple pictures, is what? We use brush tool, right? For professional use, okay? So this is the next thing we're going to take care of it. Please, I hope you have to be checking the tools that so that I will not exceed the 8, okay? I somehow write them, but please remind me so that we will not exceed the 8. Now, in brush tool, it's very simple. As the name implies, brush. What is brush used for? You said? To clean. Somebody says to clean. Another person? To paint. To blend. Is brush used for blend? It's fine, it's fine. But yeah, in the context of this here, right? She's talking in some advanced like this thing, but we are on a just normal ground now, right? So that you understand, like it all has what purpose, and that is why it is called what brush, right? Just as we say, is to paint something, right, or to erase something, right? That's just the name. And then here is the tool. Look at it. This very particular thing is the tool. You can activate it or click on B. Look at it here, B, right? And then you activate this very particular thing. So I activated my own, right? What can you see? Cycle, right? So it's most often, except if you change preset, right? Or rather, you change a different kind of a brush. You know, brush are even just as we said, if it is to clean, you can use rag to clean now, right? Like to clean, like maybe a dot. So you may not necessarily like always expect it to be in a cycle form. At times you just see what something different, right? So that is what brush is. Now on our keyboard, we use what? Okay. Before I go to that, here, like under this whole precept that is here, you can change. Sorry, I did not download any precept here. Let's just leave it empty. But you can change the size of your brush, okay? Right from here. You can see the size, right? You can see I did not start painting, right? I did not start painting on white. But you can change the value right from here. So you can increase and then what? Decrease it right from here, right? Manually. I hope we are getting it. Then there is something we call hardness, right? The hardness of the brush. I will still use his example. He says it's used to wipe something, right? So you can bear me witness that if I carry this very particular thing, right? If I do like this, I want to clean something, but I do like this. I do like this, a little bit like that, very soft. Will I really clean it well? I hope we're getting it. But what if I do like this? I do like this. Everything will go, right? So this is what exactly this hardness is. You can soften your brush, not to erase everything, like you understand, and then you can make it what? As hard as the whole thing is. Then part of our precept, every Photoshop do have general brushes, which is the hard round and then the soft round, right? As you can see, this one is active, right? Which is the soft round. So coming back to this very particular thing, let me close this one. You see it's small, right? So we most often use our curly braces or this very particular thing, parentheses, on our keyboard, right? To just, the open braces is to make it small or to decrease the value. And then the other one is to what? To increase it, right? I hope we are there, right? And so that is how you make it small, and then you what? You make it low. So also,
Are people trying it? Not trying.
Yahweh. So you said I'm fast? Okay.
So,
Is it fast or not?
Wait.
if
This
your
is
brush is not showing,
uh,
touch your cap lock. If your brush is not showing, touch your cap lock. Alright, so we assume everybody has its brush.
how far? Online viewers, are we together? You left them?
Now you then this.
All right, it's fine. Okay, let's continue. I don't know. Please try and follow. You see these things? After this month, let me be real honest with you. It left for you. That's the thing. After this month, it left for you. That's the whole thing. You said? I did not hear you. I did not even hear you.
This month is finishing today. So after February.
So okay, after this session, okay, it's a month session, right? So me, I'm not even counting on your own month like that. Me, I have my date, okay. So let's be serious, okay. Let's be serious. Every details, just as I tell you yesterday, many things are in weight. Many things we said are in weight, okay. So you'll be left with you and your creativity. I hope we are flowing. So now, this very particular thing is big, and then the other one is small. Try and follow. That's what I'm saying. Try and follow. Opacity, you can lower it and then you can increase it. Opacity, I will drop this night. I'll trust God to drop, like just as I said, some of those terms that we'll be using here on the platform so that you consolidate it, understand it, and then use it. Now, the flow is very important. Other people cannot brush things gently. Flow is very important. When we come to smudge dots like photo editing, stuff of a thing like that, maybe you will see the importance of flow. But flow is very, very important. Okay? Like someone will just, before you realize, okay, real quick with me, I will later explain the flow, okay, so that we will all understand. Then the smoothing as well, then angle as well, right? all of those stuffs that are important. Now, in Photoshop, you can you can do so many things. You can change your entire workspace, right? You can just do so many things. This very particular thing, can you see it? And then if you observe very carefully, we have, can you see one little lines here? Can you see it? It's very tiny, but you can drag it. Can you see it? So any penner in Photoshop that do have this very particular thing, you can drag it and position it any way you want it to be placed. I hope we get it. Can you see it here? Can you see it here? So you can adjust your stuff irrespective of how, just as I said, you can adjust your stuff. So the next thing I would like to do is to, can you see this very particular thing? Next, this very particular thing. So when I click on it to make this one two line, are we together? So because why I did that is I want to talk on these very particular things so that it will be what? It will be visible, right? So you can see I started what? Changing my workspace. At the end of the day, you can also save your your workspace. I hope we are getting it. You set your own thing the way you like it, how you want to be touching stuff, you understand? It's all possible in this very particular thing. So we progress. I'll not touch layer for now. Let's progress. Now I want to start painting, and that's why I bring about this whole thing. Listen, when I click on rectangle, I have some preset up here, right? Some of the properties, and we have fill color, right? But whenever you are operating with a brush, listen very carefully. You are directly interacting with these very particular colors you can see from here, right? Which is called a faux color and then a background color. Are we together? This very particular thing is called the faux color, and then this very particular thing is called what? The background color. Are we together? Are we together? Now, just as I said, if it is a shape, look at it. The color is here. Don't come and tell me, say your color is active on green and you want to paint something green here. I don't know if I getting it. So this is the color that is on the faux, you understand, ahead, like you get it, just as you see it here. And you can,
Let me tell you. Four is something before you. Background is something behind you. So those are the things he's trying to tell you. Four color is the thing before. Alright.
so now let's progress. I'm coming back to my brush tool, which is this very particular one. Look at my size, and then this is yellow, right? Let me change it to a bit harder color. Let's give it blue, and then how do I change it? I click inside, right? Just a single click, right? And I hit on what? I select a very particular point of color, and I just hit on what? On OK, right? Is that okay? We're there, right? So now look at it. Look at my hand. A single click. I did a single click. What did you see? A soft round what? Brush, right? With a soft touch. People are lost. No. Are we there?
You follow this.
Wow. Are we there? You are close? Okay, your brush no soft. Your one is hard, right? Okay. Simple. Yeah, Mr. Bonnie will be going around. But look at it. If your brush is hard, come back to this very particular preset. Can you see hard here? You can see soft here, right? Make sure this one is selected. Yes. Under brush, when you click on brush, come up here, click on the drop down button. Select this very particular one. Make sure it's soft. You are there? You are there, right? Are we there? This no. Voila. You can help that people. They are there, right? You have arrived. You have not arrived. So please, if you are watching online, let me take my online people serious as well. If you are watching online, please try and be practicing these things we are saying. And just as I said, there is already a pre-recorded session of the entire thing we are discussing here. And then I can see some message coming in. All right, that's it, guys. Please, you can follow along, okay? Try and exercise these things. I think no challenge. Are we there? We are there, right? Uh, Please, if there is a unique issue, please listen. If there is a unique problem like that you are facing, like if it looks alike, let me take time and explain. If there is like a similar problem, you get it. I think we are there, right? Okay. So good. As we progress, I'll press on Control Z to what? To undo my changes, right? Then this is a soft and then this is a hard brush, right? If I click on this very particular one, please look up, look at it. This is hard. Did you look at it? Hard. It follow after my brush, right? As simple as that. Coming back here, look at it. Can you see it? I selected this very particular thing. When I come back here, hard. You see how hard it is? Hard, right? And then if I resize my brush, click hard, right? Fine. And then if I come back here again, selected this very particular thing, soft, right? Fine. Good. We are good here. Even if you are not, I think we are good here. Time, okay? Considering time as well. So we are good here. We have videos. Please, you can take time, revisit them. Now, the next tool I would like us to take here is the text tool. Hello? The text tool. Okay? Okay? Just a single minute, please. Then we continue. I will just give you a single minute, 1 minute. We have it. They will watch it. So now let's click and then let's progress, right? The next tool is called the text tool. And then just as the name implies, this tool helps us to add what text on our word, on our canvas, right? As simple as that. It will allow you to type something and then place it into your word, your workspace. Now, how do we activate it? Just by what? Clicking on this very particular thing or hitting on T on your word, on your empty space or any point like on the whole thing. Now, real quick with me, immediately you activated the tool. Here, you now see that this orientation is deactivated. Are we together? Is what is not active, is deactivated. Can we see it? Then this very particular one is what where we select font. Okay, this is where we select font, and then this very particular one is where you select the children of a font, right? So we have what fonts that have or that are parent font, right? And then they have a subset or a children under them. One good example of a font is not the font you are talking about now. This thing, Dave. I changed a font, okay? So you say he knows me with one particular font like that I like using. So let's look at this very particular guy here. Can you see it? The name of the font is what? It's a family font, which is a Poppins font, right? But if you come over this very particular thing, what can you see? A different children, right, of a particular font. Can you look at it? And then that is how we create what? Balance. We create what? We try to make sure that it's one font having consistency in your design, but then the weight, he's talking about weight, right? Font weight is what? Is differently. Are we together? So with the help of what? This very particular thing, you can come here, navigate, and what? Have access to this very particular thing. Real quick with me, as we are progressing, we'll be changing our what? Our workspace into what? Like some advanced tools, right? Little by little. So this is the size. You know, font do stuff, the color, the size, you understand, and a lot of whole stuff like that. So this very particular thing, I can come here and then change the size as I like continue typing, of which is not necessary. This very particular thing is the text color, right? If I click on this very particular thing, I should be able to change the color as well. So real quick with me, I will try to bring out some of those properties that are here, right here, right? How do I do that? I go to window, I make sure that I check this very particular thing called what? Called character. It's always in line with what? With the character style or the paragraph style. If I click on this very particular thing, what can you see? We introduce two things here. Can you see it? We introduce two things, a text and what? And a paragraph. Hope we are together. So now, all these things, I am trying to set what I want to type. Are we clear? I didn't start typing, right? Though, even when after you type, you can still further style. Are we together? But it's before. Did your own appear? This one and this one? You head over to window, you click on character, simple as that, right? Fine. Now let's progress. I will use this very particular font. And if by a single click on an empty space, it will give you what? The liberty to start what? Typing, right? The default is always lorem ipsum test, right? So I will now type something like this. Please, on cap, make sure that the first letter is capital. Then you press on text like that, and then hit on what? Hit on OK. Very essential, and that is why I bring this whole very particular thing by side, so that you will know. Are we there? We are there, right? Almost. So now, the next thing I would like us to focus on is this very particular character, penna, sorry, which is the character penna, right? And then we also have the paragraph as well. Remember, I said they are working hand in hand, right? And this very particular thing that is here is what is here. Can you see it's active? If I come back to this one, you see this one is active, right? So they are working hand in hand. Now, if you observe very carefully, I said the first letter should be capital while the other one should be small letter. But I end up having all capital letter. Why? Because this one is checked, and then this one is also what? Checked, right? So I will click this very particular one and then click this very particular one. I don't want it bold, and I also don't want it all caps. We are there, right? Don't worry. If we come to text typography, stuff like that, I will drop the video later. You will get to know so many things about that. Hope we are good here, right? So now, the next thing I will introduce us to is like transformation of element on our canvas. It's not part of the tool, but it's another essential thing you should what? You should know, all right? How to transform a text or any element on your what? On your workspace. Now you may ask me, just as you can see, which tool is active? Real quick, which tool is active? Move to, right? So that is to say I can move this guy, right? Are we together? I can move it. But there were some elements that you need to activate, like a transformation tool for you to what? Either make it scale it big or what? Or small. And you can easily do that by what? Pressing on Control T on your keyboard like that. Let's click on this very particular thing, press on I think I get this one. My math is asking. So if I am painting, what color am I painting? Black, right? It's down, bro. Thank you. So what color am I painting? Black, right? So just as I said, this is a controller. It controls the visibility of this guy, right? If you paint black on white, you are trying to tell the thing that, hey, if I am painting black here, I'm trying to tell you, hey, erase this part. I don't want to see this part. You get it? On the controller, while you are preserving this guy. Are we getting it? It's a controller. So if I'm painting white, I'm trying to, hey, this invisible part, make it what? Visible. Are we together? Now look at it. My brush, which tool is active? Where am I painting? On marks, right? What color? What are we trying to do? Erase, right? We say black is to erase. Look at it. It's erasing, right? Can you see it? What is happening here? What's happening here? Thumbnail. It changed from what? From white to black. Where is this black coming from? From brush, for color. You get it? It's just a painting. If you paint black, they are trying to say, hey, this part of image, erase it. You get it? Erase it. Are we together? Now look at it again. Let's swap this guy here. Make it white. White, right? And same thing, we are going to paint white on where it is black to make it what? Visible, or bring back this very particular guy. So literally, this guy is safe here. We're doing magic today, right? But listen to me very carefully. This guy is preserved here. This guy is preserved. This image is well preserved. Now look at it. I'm painting white, right? Where there is what? Where there is black. This is the active, right? And look at black. So look at it. The guy is back. Where is the black again? Gone. So if you add a layer mask, the visibility, right, is controlling the visibility. White is what? Is the visible. Anything you add black here, it what? It will erase. I did that is because I touch erasing it like part of an image. And why we are doing this in essence is later you began to see it in our videos, right? So that it not be a new thing. Why we are doing this is that this very particular thing that is here, you can later adjust it. Let's say, for instance, you have did a design, you erase a part of an image, but later you want just a little bit part of the, let's say his hand, you understand, to become visible. If you are using this method, you are not completely erasing the image, right? You are working on the visibility controller, which is called what? A layer mask. Are we getting it? Then you will bring back what? That very particular part you don't want. Don't worry, I will not further explain this. I believe you understand. The video are there, okay? Take your time and then go through it. I'll quickly go with the other sessions. Then we call it a day. I'll just take us through how to do that color theory stuff of a thing, right? Then we do our assignment, we submit it. So thank you. I'll be sitting back again. So the next two, I think we've exhausted so many tools, the picker tools, and when we come to AI, right? We're going to take care of this selection tool. Very, very important. This very particular thing you see is called marquee tool, right? It's very, very important. We're going to take care of that. Just stay connected, okay? We're going to deal with that real quick. Now, this is a picker tool. And then if you observe very carefully, let me try to hide this very particular thing here. Then I would like to drag this one here. Like let's make a rectangle here. The color is white. I would like to change it to black, stuff like that, right? Let me close this one. So now, hello. Let me create something here again. I think we are good now, right? Now look up. This one, let me activate this one. This one is active, right? Then I come to this my color picker tool. I'm coming, let me double click here and then make sure that it's selected. Can you see this very particular thing? It's called my color picker, right? And you can use it actually to pick any color. You understand? Pick any color from anywhere. You understand? Like this is what exactly color picker does. All right, sorry. It will reconnect again. Okay. Wow. Okay. Are we together? So literally you use color picker to pick a color, right? Um, so now so now that's all about color picking. I think we can see the whole thing, right? So this color is like coming from this very particular thing. And if I come back to this very particular thing, I click on here. Let me click here. Oh, it's very long. Forget about this process. Let's double click here on this very particular thing. When we double click, we're opening this whole section. And then you can see that from the color picker, you can select any color, right? And then use it for your project. We use that actually for color harmony. Let's say you are working with picture and then you desire to pick some color out of the picture or the image you are using. You just simply what? Go and head over to the element, head over to the picture, select a very particular color and then click on it, then achieve the same color. I hope we are getting it. It's as simple as that. And the last tool, I don't know, the last tool, I don't know if I've covered it all. The last tool is called the gradient tool, which is this very particular thing. Can you see it there? This gradient tool. And then I would like to delete this whole thing. I think it's okay for now. Now we are left with only our background, right? So this is the last tool. And if you observe very carefully, I can drag and then apply my gradient tool. But what is gradient tool? Gradient, we say, is the blending between what? Two or more colors, right? When two or more colors come together. That's how, or that's what is all about a gradient tool. So just as I said, every tool do has its own precept here, right? You can see this is gradient and we can also make it a classic gradient, right? You can further do a lot of styling from here. But I will leave we'll go with this very particular one. Then look at the precept. Normally by default, Photoshop do give us what? A different gradient fill, right? Can you look at it? Can you look at it from the precept? So you can select any. At the same time, you can double click on the whole thing, right? Okay, sorry. I'm coming from this side. I can't do it this way. I'm coming. Okay, it's fine. Let's go with this very particular precept, right? And we have different orientation. You can either maybe make it linear, radial, sorry, right? Coming from the center, you get it, or coming from the like this very particular one too, and then this one like that, up and down, and then this one that look like a star. You can select any of it, right? And then go by it. But I would like to go with this very particular one. Our background is active, in as much as it is locked. Like I can apply what? Gradient on this whole thing. You see, just by dragging, right? You apply what? A gradient. This is left to right, and then this very particular one is what? It's from top to what? To bottom, right? This thing is very essential because you see the way I'm like dragging the whole thing. You can see that the orange, sorry, the orange is somehow what? Becoming hard, right? When I'm dragging it upward, you have to like it's time by time, like you have to take time to understand how this thing works because perfect blending matters, right? How you can erase a particular part of an image, it's very, very important. You have to learn to, okay, if where should I start dragging, you understand? How will I adjust my stuff? You get it? Is it from here? Look at it. Can you see? Can you see the concentration is changing? I hope we're getting it. The concentration is changing. I hope we are getting it. So that's how you what? You blend your whole work stuff. Any question?
And there was silence.
There was silence.
I think I thought I think they're tired. But I'm sure.
You remember that exercise, right? You just add the text, add the background, and ask them to repeat that one in the different variation and let them submit. You just come and do that. Okay. Yeah. Just maybe create a new file and like just give it like maybe a rectangle, place the text, and let them try with a different color variation. You remember that question? You remember that question? Eh? You said any question? Where? Hmm. Is it the one for to erase or to? We change color. Okay, you are talking about marks, right? Let me come back a little bit. This one, right? Okay. Did you understand how we bring in the picture? Okay. Okay. But what's like you have issues with deleting a part of the image? Okay, fine. Is the same. Did you understand how to erase, like using the eraser tool? Do you understand how to use eraser tool to erase a part of? You understand that one, right? So it's the same thing, just that the difference is I'm using a wrong word. I said it's the same thing, but I'm bringing conjunction in my way. So, but it's fine. The only difference is we're having here is this: we want to preserve the image. You get it? In such a way that if we need a part of the image again, we can easily get it. I don't know whether if that is the difference, the two difference. And then how do we do that? Photoshop help us to have something called a mask, a layer mask, right? Just is from the word a mask, right? It's the same person, but we added something. Yeah, like right, we added something. It's the same person. We are preserving him now with the layer mask. So that mask is the one controlling. If you observe very carefully, in our preview, like this is a complete image. Here is trying to tell you that it's transparent. Here is transparent, and then the image is at the middle, right? But marks, how do we add marks? We come here. Can you can you see this very particular thing? That is how you add a mask. Simply clicking here. I hope you get this one. No matter how you reshuffle your like this thing, these things are there. Am I right? These very particular things, they are there. You get it? So it's very simple to add a mask. You get this one now. When we add the mask, what did you see? Please, here. What color is here? White. Is any part of the image deleted? It's preserved, right? So this thing you see here is the controller. And it's just only controlling whether to see the part, you understand, or not to see the part. And white, we said, since it's white that has been masked, if it is black that has been masked here, everything will turn into what? Like empty, like nothing. You get it, ba? Can you see anything here? Do you know what I press? Control I. I invert this one from what? From white to what? To black. Everything is gone. Why? Because I paint what? I paint black on the marks. And black is to what? To make it invisible. That is why you could not see anything here. Did you get it? Black is what? Invisible. Control I. Where's my eye again? White. Everything is what? Is visible. Where am I working? I'm not working here. I'm working here. Why is this one active? Because there is a link between this guy and then this guy by the help of this very particular thing. Simple. Did you get it now? Then now, you now understand that it's controlling visibility, black and white, right? Then we want a portion. You get it? Not entirely. If you want to delete just a portion part of the image now, simply you are adding black on this guy, not this one now. How do you add a black? You cannot add a black by adding a rectangle or something. You use your brush tool, this very particular tool here. You are brushing now black, you understand, either soft or hard, on this guy to erase a part, not entirely now. If you remember, when we turn it to black, everything is gone. Fine. Is there any black spot here? No, right? Coming back to this guy now, this very particular tool is active, right? Please bear me witness. Look at something. Which color is this? No, it's white, right? It's white, right? Which color is this? Look at it. I'm applying color. I'm applying white here. Is anything deleting? No, because I'm applying white on white. Did you get it? Now look at it. If I swap this very particular guy, what is the four color? I'm applying black now. It's erasing. Look at it. Something changed here. And only this part. And then look at this, the effect here. But our picture is preserved. Did you get it? Look at it. I want to bring his face. I change this very particular thing to white now. Look at it. I will paint white only somewhere here. Only somewhere here. Just his face. And I want to leave where it is black, black. Look at it. I'm applying just on his face. Can you see it? Can you see it? Look at it. I erase a little part here. It's controlling. Did you get it? Very clear now, right? Don't worry, it's time. It's time. You come and be doing it. It's time. Just you practice, you practice the whole thing, then you get it done. Like you come and do it. I think we are clear now, right? Yes, we are clear. So after this class, now just the real this thing. I think we said theory. Theory is gone, right? Now we say tool. Tool is gone now, right? The next thing is Bonnie will just take you briefly. I think it not be more than 3 minutes. How you can do your assignment so that you bring the different variation. From there, we close and we go. Thank you. And if maybe you record a new this thing for your part,
Yeah. Recording.
like so that it will be short, like a new recording.
Okay. Okay. Oh, no.
Yeah, for the one that you will do now, right? For
Okay.
okay, my screen is not projected here, right? So when we will try and make sure that our screen is projected.
Thank you. All right, I'm back again. How are we? Is it entering? Or is too much? Kai yayi zafi. Now, some of you are even wings have come back. Our wings have come. Thank you. All right, so I'll just give us assignments briefly, and then we'll dispatch for today. All right, but I believe that it has been an enlightening session, and everybody is grateful for today and what happened here. Cool. If we leave you with this information, you are good to go. You are good to go. So can someone remind me the part that we say we are going to give assignment on colors, color theory, and what again? Eh? We'll do plenty assignment too, like 2 or 3. So I will not explain any other thing like the new layer and all of those things. We already know how to create that. Is that right? You already know how to create a layer. You already know how to open a new workspace. Is that right? Like, okay. So that's understandable. Um, from the color, this thing, we saw a dull color, right? We saw a bright color, and then we also saw what again? Which color again? Lifeless, and all of those things. So which one are you going to create? Like, I wish. Let me go back to the this thing, to the slide. Okay, it's on color layer. Yo, this is it, yeah? So we are creating which one? We are recreating this. We are recreating which one again? This?